The story of Sophia Momodu and Davido has been trending out on social media. Having this legal battle of child custody is one big thing that a lot of people are now talking about on social media. I think we have to look at it from different point of view because a lot of persons around them has been coming out on social media to give their own take on the side of the story. Recently, a person of Daily Momodu came out with his own side of the story, and people are now getting to understand a lot of things about that. But not really keeping out of mind that Daily Momodu is a creative writer. He knows how to make a story sound. That is something we need to keep in our mind. But based on what he has actually written about all of this, I got to understand that even when Davido seems to be like, man, I don't feel pay this school fee again, I don't feel do this one again, the Adeleke's money was actually used to pay for, Imade's school fee and other expenses, and that we cannot take away from Davido's dad. And this man has actually kind of waded in and tried to find a solution to this. And somehow, some people are saying that Davido is trying to stay away from father duties. He doesn't want to spend money, but he's spending money on social media. One thing you need to understand is the likes of Adeleke must have gotten a kind of a trust for the lives of Davido, that is, and other of his children. And somehow, these children of Adeleke, they have this trust, and this trust could be used to service the fees of the lives of Imade and the rest. That is something you need to understand about the whole thing. Indirectly, Davido is still paying for this. That is something I am really talking about. But let's leave that out of it. We need to understand the concept of the whole thing. We need to understand the big story that is trending out on social media. According to Daily Momodu, he said, yes, this fee was really taken care of by Davido's dad, and we should not really talk about that because Imade's fee is already taken care of, even the future fee of Imade. But you need to also understand that the family offered an apartment to Sophia Momodu, which she turned down, saying that, man, I cannot be staying in a particular house being owned by the Adelekes. But a lot of people are now making it like Davido's dad offered a family house. It's not a family house. It is an apartment in an estate at Oniru. That is something you need to understand about this whole thing that is trending out on social media. Instead of her taking that apartment, she opted for a rental apartment of an annual fee of or annual rent of 27 million naira, and which Davido decided to say, you know what, I cannot really afford this. I only have about 5 million naira to pay as rent. That is what a lot of people didn't really understand from this point of view. And what is your own take about all of this? I want you to put that in the comment section. And based on all of this, even the car that conveys Imade to school and to other places is being provided by Dr. Deji Adeleke. That is Davido's father. And these guys have really tried. That is one thing we cannot really take away from them. But you need to understand that if Sophie herself cannot afford a luxury life, she needs not put it on baby daddy or on baby daddy's family. That is one thing I keep saying in all of this. And she needs to knock off a lot of things from social media, and she is ranting with a lot of kind of confidential evidence, and that is really indicting and is going to affect Imade in future. That is something I kind of understand. But Davido needs to do well enough to take this off the social media right now and find a way to resolving this with the family. That is something I will advise in this because of the child involved. Imade, she got a life to live, and these things will come back to her at the end of the day, and that will really affect her to an extent. Men paying 27 million naira as annual rent, in 10 years you will be paying 270 million naira. What is the wisdom behind it? How much is an apartment in Lagos? That is something you need to be asking yourself. Instead of Sophia to rent an apartment of 27 million naira, why not go into a mortgage plan that will earn her that apartment in her name in 10 years? That is another idea I'm trying to bring up here, and a lot of people need to actually understand that the wisdom behind this is not with Sophia. She needs to go back and rethink on all of this. You cannot be seeking luxury and be putting the expense on your baby daddy. Being a baby mama is not an investment or a job. That is something she needs to understand with this whole thing that is trending out on social media. A lot of people are now coming out to give accolades to this person and neglecting and saying that Davido started it all. You need to understand that by her own statement and the rest, what she's bringing out, saying that Davido is demanding for X from her, that is really unreasonable. You cannot tell me that you are almost 7 years older than Davido and Davido is pushing you to demanding sex from you when you know that this person has a working relationship and has a wife already. That is the something you need to keep in your mind. I think Sophia is trying to get at Choma to actually push Choma, but Choma is somehow one person we need to study because she has remained quiet in all of this and allow everything to play out. It's left for Davido now and the family to deal with. That is something I can really say with this whole thing that is trending out on social media. She needs to enjoy her honeymoon in peace. And some people are now using this opportunity to attack Choma and saying that who is that mother that will leave her kids and be moving around with her husband? You need to understand that the professional life of Davido demands that he moves from places to places. He's still making money while still young. And this money we are talking about is in millions of dollars. That is something we need to understand from this point of view. And we have professionals, we have a lot of people, relatives that are helping Choma to take care of the kids. And somehow Choma is really trying to an extent because she is always in US taking care of her kids. That is something. And right now is their honeymoon and we should allow them to take a bite of that. What is your own take about all of this story? I want you to put that in the comment section so that we can talk about it further, because a lot of people, they have their big opinion to this. If you have your own big opinion, put that in the comment section. I'm not trying to support anybody in this. What I'm trying to say is Imade deserves a mother and a father in her life. That is something you need to understand, because within the child development cycle, this is really important, is really significant. That is something you guys need to actually understand by this big story. And also understand that Sophia bringing forth the dead son of Davido is really disturbing, and that is low to an extent, and that marks bitterness for anybody that does that. And using this pain to laugh at Davido like what Dami Crane is doing now is really awful at a time like this. What are your own takes about the story? I want you to put that in the comment section so that we can talk about it further. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.